Hey you guys, this is an explanation of the This I Believe essay. This is essay number 1, and it's been used in a lot of English classes, so just so you know. Anyways, this essay is based on the National Public Radio's program that they had where people wrote in essays about what they believe. And then they also record them in some cases. And then they won some prizes. This was a few years ago. So anyways, I included the link to the actual website right here. It says examples, but it actually leads you right here to the background and some examples. I'll put, I think on the discussion board, I put my favorites, which I've just come to know as time has gone on. But you can also access the themes, and I put it right here, so you just have to click it, and the themes will pop up here. And then that way you have like a little more organization rather than just some random ones. Whatever you're interested in, that way you'll see some examples. These are so compelling, and they're quick. They're only like 2 to 3 minutes when you listen to them. So, but you guys are going to write your own. I don't want you writing something that your parents believe in. Yes, we adopt the ideas that our parents have and we tweak them to fit what we have come to know through our own life experiences. But what has happened to you where you have come to a conclusion? Some of you may feel you're too young to have come to any conclusions. I want you to think about sports and clubs and organizations that you have been in through maybe your church, through sports, maybe 4-H. What have you come to know on your own? And in this essay, you'll give examples of how you have come, what has happened to you that has made you come to this decision. I could give you an example of mine. I don't know if you want to hear it, but you know what? I'll put it at the end, and then that way you can be done and you don't have to listen to mine. So anyways, it is going to be, let's see here. So it's going to be 3 to 5 pages of this, I believe, and it's going to be organized in a specific manner, just like in the essay organization videos that I gave you. It's going to have an introduction with a solid thesis, like a solid, what do you believe in? And then in throughout the body, you're going to explain what has happened to you to reinforce that belief, or what has progressed in your life that makes you believe this after time. So you're going to do brainstorming, turn that in. Working thesis, you're going to turn that in. Yes, these are baby steps, but it's been I don't know how long it's been since you guys have been in an English class. So we're just going to start with the basics. And these are videos to help you, and they're all personal videos. If I find some on YouTube, I'll put those in there too, because you might get sick of me talking to you, so I'll put those in there as well. But anyways, the outline is right there, telling you specifically what to put in there. We'll do peer review next week. Writing Center reflection, you guys are going to go to the Writing Center, all 3 essays. You're going to have a first draft and a second draft and then a final draft. And each one of these drafts have got to show some revision, significant revision between each of the drafts. Yeah, I know it's only 10 points. However, you just won't get those points. I got to see some significant revision. And then these resources are things that I introduced to you on the actual D2L website. So I think I threw in an extra one, show, don't tell. So, and then also you're going to record your essay for 20 points. I'm so excited. And then you're going to post that on the discussion board next week. So at any rate, a lot of people find that they can't meet those 3 to 5 pages, but I got to tell you, this is a creative nonfiction essay. And that means this is where those narrative techniques come in. I don't want a lot of fluff. I want quality writing. And if you don't have those points right off the bat, that's why, or the number of words or the number of pages, that's why you submit it to me. And when I give you feedback, I'll ask you questions. I'll usually ask one of the 5 W questions. Where did this happen? Who was with you? Who was with you? Where? Why did this happen? Give me some background information. And then you throw in some narrative techniques, and that will really beef it up. Go overboard. Just go overboard. Don't be afraid to really get creative. So, and I also included some more resources for you to help this to be the best essay you can possibly have. What else do I want to tell you? Okay, so cut me off here if you're pretty good on this, and then I can share with you my personal example. So hopefully it won't be too long. We're at 5 minutes already. Okay, I'll try to be brief. So 3 things happened to me. One, I had a baby at age 21. When you're supposed to know what you're supposed to be doing, and I wasn't married quite yet. So being brought up in a strictly Catholic family, this was hugely in uproar. I'm kind of old, so this is like back in the day. And I was one of those people in school, very judgmental. God, she got pregnant. And then lo and behold, I became pregnant at 21. And I think back to the way I was in high school, and I was just like, oh my God, can you imagine how awful I was? I don't think I projected that onto the young ladies who did get pregnant, but I just kind of looked down like, wow. But here I am in the same situation when you're supposed to know what you're doing. So, anyways, that taught me not to be so judgmental. The other thing is, back in the day, all right, fine, I think I'm 55 or 50. Yeah, I'm 55. So back in the day, truckers were kind of looked as kind of sketchy. So my sister and I, when Peter, my old son, in fact, you can probably see him on the pictures back here. He was like 6 months old, and my sister and I decided to go to Florida and try to survive down there for like a vacation. It was December. So we went down there, and I had a little Sunbird. It was a stick shift, and I just loved it. So we went there and came back, and we ended up in the Kentucky mountains, and my clutch went out. My transmission was totally shot. Here we are in the Kentucky mountains on I-75, where the exits are 3 to 5 miles apart, and we got these big, huge mountains on either side of us, and we're still in shorts and t-shirts. And of course, in the mountains, it's chilly. Plus, we're further north in December, and the further north you go, the more cold it gets. So along came this Schneider truck. I know you've seen them, Schneider semi-truck, a big orange truck. And he pulls in front of us, and we're just freaking out because we don't know if we should walk in shorts and a t-shirt to the nearest exit, which was 3 miles ahead, or climb into the cab of this trucker who was very sketchy, and we don't know who he is. And, we have this preconceived notion in our head about who these people are. And so we climbed into the cab, and he took us to the nearest exit. He made sure we had a motel room. He paid. He made sure we had dinner. He paid. And it just blasted my stereotype of truckers at that point. So again, that was one thing. Another thing that made me think, you really need to stop being so judgmental. So those 2 experiences made me feel, it reinforced my belief that you should not be so judgmental at all. And so anyways, I just, my third example, and I don't know that it relates to being judgmental, but was finishing my degree when I was like 35, I think. So throughout my career, I went right out of high school into college, but I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I had no idea. And so I just partied, failed, bombed. And so, as time goes on, I knew that I wanted a college degree. So I took a class here, took a class there. I just ended up cobbling together all kinds of credits from probably 12 different colleges. And so it wasn't until I was married, 4 kids under my belt, full-time job, oh, I want to finish college. So thankfully, my husband was hugely supportive. I could not do it without him. And I finished, and then I get to do something that I love, which is teaching. And so it was hugely worthwhile. And so it's never too late for education, I'll tell you that much. Even though at the time I thought it was. I was too old to go back to college. So it was too long of a process because I had to take like 75 credits. That is a lot. So anyways, it's a little more about me. And if you stayed to the end, then thank you. But if not, no worries. And again, I hope you have a great day.